What's up, everybody? I'm doing this impromptu live because, I mean, as you guys all probably know, Sean Baker's been putting it out. Ken Berry's been talking about it. Nina Teicholz has posted about it. And it's this meat versus eat Lancet report. And I'm currently, right now, going through all 68 pages of this ridiculousness and this hit piece on what we stand for. Now, I know all the carnivores out there, we know, like, what drew me to this really was, we know Sean Baker is, not well liked in the medical system. We know Ken Berry, we know that. What freaked me out was Nina Teicholz at number 2. And if you don't know who Nina Teicholz is, you should. I saw a talk with her. She's a mother, she's an investigative journalist, and she found out through an investigative research how bad about trans fat, basically how the systems and everybody has been flipped that food pyramid upside down. Anyway, her book, The Big Fat Surprise, excellent read. Now, I've been going through all 68 pages of this, and there's a couple really, really big important things to realize. And this is a war, man. This is a fire, like it's a shot from them to what, most of us carnivores and what we believe in. And it's based around the two hashtags. They did some analysis of the most popular hashtags, and then they deemed these people misinformation, like just their textbook, it's a hit piece. So the two hashtags are meat, meat to heal, and where is it here? Meat heals, and say yes to meat, hashtags. Yes to meat and meat heals. And then they broke down the 30 biggest misinformation distributors, and it's wild. Now, I want to draw specific attention to how who is deeming misinformation. Firstly, if I tell you that I reversed my pre-diabetes with my diet, regardless of how I did it, is that misinformation? If people are curing or resolving or reversing health issues, is that misinformation? Now, it's not a surprise that the number 1, 2, and 3 people on this list, Sean Baker, Nina Teicholz, Ken Berry. We all know Sean Baker. This is the connection, and this is my conspiracy. Looking at the patterns, we all know how much they have a hate on for meat, and they all, like, throughout this thing, they're all blaming climate change and how it's against the planet and against this. And I know because Peter Ballerstadt's on this board, and he's a forage agronomist. So they've gone after Zoe Harcum, Ivor Cummins. I've read most of these people on this list. Georgia Eade, Jason Fung. Jason Fung was the first book, The Obesity Code, I read. So what do they all have in common? They're all speaking out against the mainstream, the big systems. But the first 3, it's very interesting how Sean Baker has started Rivero. It's against the medical system, and no wonder he would be first on the list. Rivero Health going against the Eat Lancet, big pharma bullshit. Number 2, Nina Teicholz, and this is why I was like, wait a minute, why Nina Teicholz? What's going on? This is not about carnivore. This is way bigger than just carnivores, guys. This is huge. Now, Nina Teicholz has started the Nutrition Coalition. She's going after the food guidelines because she's done her research. She's dug into this. She wrote a book about it on how the system, the diet, the nutritional guidelines are all mixed up, and they're giving us false information. But she is a key player in the fight against the nutritional guidelines. She's number 2. And then you look at Ken Berry. Why Ken Berry? And we will get distracted by the carnivore issue, but no, he's starting the against the American Diabetics Association, the American Diabetes Society, going right after the American Diabetes Association. It's not a coincidence that 1, 2, and 3 all have organizations, if you will, going against what they say. Now, 68 pages. How many people do you think will be thorough enough to read 68 pages? Well, this guy is. And the whole thing is nonsense. It's basically saying, if you don't agree with us, you can't say shit. You are giving us misinformation. So every single person that they've deemed the misinformation distributors have an opposing argument to something. Now, does it make sense that they're trying to just educate and give another opinion? But isn't it funny how they resort to the same bullshit about how they're ganging up on each other? Like, they're coordinated. They're telling you that they're a coordinated attack against real information, if you will. Using these two hashtags. How many times they've used them through Twitter and... What a bunch of garbage. Now, if you're just a normie and you're reading headlines, you just see these things that they want. This is propaganda at its finest, and they're going against what they deem as true. And they're resorting to the same crap about climate change. They dismantle how these people are dangerous to our planet. It is absolutely ridiculous. And you can tell by the people on this list. I would say every single one of them has a very valid argument. And they're showing you with data and based on... Then they go on to tell you how their books are all poisonous and disruptive to the world. I've read Sean Baker's Carnivore Diet. I've read Ken Berry's Lies the Doctors Told Me. I've read Nina Teicholz's Big Fat Surprise. That's just to name a few, okay? There is so many people on this list, and Amber O'Hearn was on it, Gary Fettke, Georgia Ede. Are you kidding me? Like, and then there's the Diana Rogers. She's this, I think her and, who was it, Rob Wolf did a documentary about the sacred cow, I believe it was called, and they went into this. This is unbelievable. So they're basically telling you, not only are these people arguably, we're going to use the terror word, but they are so dangerous to society. And this is the beginning. So all the people in this movement, mindset, lifestyle, they're coming after it. And they're trying to separate us and divide us very hard. And I find this very frightening, that everything that they're accusing these people of doing, they're doing themselves. They're bringing in Walter Willett to the equation, and they're talking about how this doctor is the most cited doctor in Professor Walter Willett in the nutrition space, how his word is God. And it's absolutely frightening. They are telling you that they are borrowing the tobacco industry playbook, the carnivores and the real nutrition people. That's what they're doing. It's unbelievable. In Canada, we had a prime minister. His name was Justin Trudeau, and there was people saying when he would espouse his bullshit, he would accuse the opposition of doing the things he's actually doing. And this is a perfect example of it. I would encourage you guys to get the full story and get your ammo together, because this is going to get, in my opinion, I understand how we're all going to get emotional. We know that they're after the meat. We know that they're after the carnivores. We know that they're after this bullshit, but this is deeper. They were talking about how all these misinformation people are coordinating against the mainstream normal. It is a complete and utter obvious bait and switch. And if you look, they're basically telling you the Eat Lancet way is the way. Anything else is misinformation. Anybody who disagrees with this is a charlatan. Anybody and they're scientists, journalists, doctors. It's unbelievable. And if you actually take the time to, it's unbelievable. You take the time to read this, and you'll see you can use this for a weapon for us, because it's a clear, obvious demonstration. For one, they're terrified, because we're starting to wake up. Number two, what do you think happens? They are doing this, and it's right out of their own playbook. Walter Willett, 6,000 billion citations, but he runs the TC Chan at Harvard medicine board. This is an unbelievable thing. And I think, before we get all emotionally charged about, oh, they're coming after carnivores, they're coming after Sean Baker, it's not about that. This is an organized propaganda attack on healthy, ancestral eating. Anybody who has any shred of any importance in the dismantling the food guidelines and the food pyramid, they're coming after them. And they're going to try and discredit them. We've seen Dr. Barry and Nisha get ridiculed on mainstream media. And like, we've all known the history of Sean Baker, how he's battled. But Nina Teicholz, she's a mother. She's an investigative journalist doing her job, who found out something, had to tell it, was compelled to tell her story, and now she started a coalition to fight back against these people who are just paid corporate shills. And every single one of these people I have heard talks from, I have heard lectures from. They are not crazy, and it's just clear that they are just creating these documents and these headlines to come after our way. And we need to stand up. I would urge everybody, we need to add every single video you do, put on hashtag yes to meat. Put on hashtag meat heals, because that's how they deemed this the misinformation. Those were the most used hashtags, and they tried to say that all the people in this misinformation list were coordinating coordinating an attack against our world, against our climate. This is an obvious and calculated piece to start the process of they're coming after us. And I fear that people are just gonna start to listen to the bullshit. Anybody who has said anything about meat is healthy, fat is good, is on this list. The 68 pages are mind-blowing, and it's all a big trick. So, you know what? It's time we all have to start fighting for what we believe in. And it starts by just being aware. Hashtag yes to meat. Hashtag meat heals. Use it. Let's fire a shot right back at all these people. And we know. And I know anybody who's healed from a healing perspective, things that were deemed by the system impossible. Damn you for being a climate denier. Damn you for ruining the planet. When you've been able to get out of bed, when you've been able to get your life back, you are the power. We are the powerful. Let's use this as a backlash weapon against them, to all be educated, to all be aware, read, discern for yourself. And I will be here fighting with you guys. We're going to do a podcast let's see who wants to join me for a minute here. I'm just going to end it here, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah. So anyway, this is for the recording. I know we're all in this together, and it's just, I'm not too, as much as I want to rant about it, I'm not too charged up, because it's obvious. You can see right through the bullshit. You can see right through the tactics. They're accusing every one of those people, those misinformation people. They're doing the same. They're doing the thing, and they're accusing them of doing it. So this is just the start. I think it's going to get a little bit more nasty, and we need to just keep on keeping on, pushing our message, sticking together, and meat heals. Hashtag use it every single thing you post. Hashtag meat heals. Hashtag yes to meat. Let's push back hard. And love you too, Selena. All right, guys. Hopefully you catch this on the replay. It was just at the spur of the moment. This is something that I'm watching. I encourage you. Meat versus Eat Lancet report, PDF. You can find it online. Google search it, or go to your ChatGPT and type it in. You'll find it. It's a mind-blowing hit piece that, everybody should read it. Don't just listen to the first headlines. Just look between the lines. It's clear. It's obvious. And we know. Have a great day, everybody.